Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon. Good evening, good day. It's Gord, your hurtin' hippie, and Cookie, your hurtin' Dashy. Yeah, that's my Cookie. Yes, she is. And she's feeling a little bit better and very, very doped up. Hey, look. See, Cookie, look at that. What's there? There you go. Well, Cookie, say bye. I'll talk to you later, okay? There, she said it. Now, folks, let's move the focus away from that poor little dog trying to sleep. Cheers. Today, different background, different video. This is not adult only because I want this to be family friendly. I want this to be something that somebody can use to go and say, is that what's happening to my dog? So, for those who don't know, that beautiful little merle-coated Dachshund, Cookie, that was at the beginning of this video has an issue with her back. It is called IVDD, or, let me get it right, intervertebral disc disease. Now, I have degenerative disc disease. It is similar. It is very similar. Basically, what it is a slipped disc. And I want to read this. I want to read this to you. I've looked up a couple of things, and I want to read them, then I'll talk about them. So, my friends, I'm sorry for the reading, but sometimes it's got to be done. Dachshunds are known for their unique look due to their long spine. Unfortunately, elongated spines make Dachshunds more vulnerable to back issues. One or more common problems is known as intervertebral disc disease, or IVDD. When back issues worsen, you want to see a vet because it could lead to paralysis. Many Dachshunds, approximately 25% of them, at some point in their lives suffer from damage to the discs in their spines, much like a slipped disc in a human. This can cause serious pain that can be of prolonged duration and may lead to severe damage to the spine. Now, if you're wondering if your dog is experiencing the same sort of thing, look at the way they stand. Look at this dog. Do you see how the head is neither down nor up and the body is a little bit hunched? That's what Cookie was doing. Now, for some, my Dachshund, when I was growing up, we woke up one day and she was dragging her back legs. So that it can be that severe, or it can be it was pretty bad for Cookie, but the reason it didn't affect her back legs is for her, it was much more in the cervical area. Most of the time, it'll happen in the lower back, and they will either lose the use of their back legs or they will barely be able to use them. So it's scary when you see that happen to your animal. However, with proper care, and that's the difficult thing, proper care, and the pain can go away. So I want to back it up a little bit because more than one thing can cause this pain in a Dachshund, and I want to help Dashie owners like myself be prepared for things like this. One of the most important things in looking after an older Dachshund or a Dachshund of any age is to not overfeed. Getting chubby is not a good thing when your back is longer than your legs. I guess that's about right. You know what I mean. Very long dog, prone, 25% can get damaged spines, so don't overfeed your dog. And I have a trouble with a wonderful neighbor lady who keeps throwing food over the fence to her. So I think that could have added to this problem. But also, Magpies, I won't say the way I always say it because this one's family friendly. Magpies are jerks. Magpies pick on other animals. They will swoop at animals. They will pick and peck at animals. They will get away with whatever they can get away with unless you're going to get violent back, and then they may leave you alone. What I had to do with Cookie, every time we let her out in the backyard, you'd hear wah, 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 the birds getting ready to come at her. So I have a bunch of salt rifles. They're made for shooting down bees and flies. Well, I took that out and that scared them enough, but they had already done their damage. So either it was the magpies, or the neighbor getting her too fat, or a mix of both. But she would not move her head down. And a dog, a Dachshund, is always so curved back and always wagging their tails and chest out and head up. That is not the Cookie that I've known for about 4 or 5 days. It's been really bad. So I have to say that I went to Forest Lawn Veterinary Hospital, the same hospital where my previous dog, Caramel, was looked after and put down when she was 17. They've looked after me so well, and although their prices are a little higher than some, they get around that because they don't do stupid stuff. She told me, she says, to for sure say your dog has IVDD, we either need to do an x-ray or an MRI, but let me tell you, x-rays are expensive, and they don't show the spine as well as we'd like, and very hard to diagnose a slipped disc through an x-ray. An MRI is much more closer to being able to, but what does it bring us? Even if it confirms that what I think is correct, we've spent a whole bunch of money and not treated her. Let's just treat her. And that's what we're doing. What we are doing for Cookie, we are not letting her climb stairs, not letting her go downstairs. We pick her up and carry her to any different elevation she has to go on. In the meanwhile, she is taking 50 milligrams Galprant every day, half a pill, every day at supper time. That is, I have to grind it up, put it in her supper. Galprant is for controlling pain and inflammation for dogs. It's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory NSAID. So she's getting that. She also 3 times a day gets 60 milligrams of gabapentin, which is meant for neuropathic pain. Because of that, as you saw, she was lying on her Oiler's pillow, and she's very lethargic, but she's back to wagging her tail. She isn't feeling the pain, and I've got to be careful. She wants to jump up on the couch. She wants to jump up on my lap, and I don't want her jumping at all. When we first got home, I put her down on the floor and I went to use the bathroom. I come back out, she's up on the couch. Darn it, girl. And as well, I thought I'd mention, it happens all the time. You take your dog to the vet and all of a sudden they don't feel the pain that they were feeling for days and days. And she said, that's the epinephrine. They get in here and they get scared and they get worried they're being left behind. And their body produces a whole bunch of epinephrine. And all the time, she says, when I'm looking at dogs, I have to remember they're not feeling any pain. So to find the pain is usually difficult. She found it very quickly between Cookie's shoulder blades. So it does seem she was pecked. Damn magpies. So, some of you have already said, get rid of those magpies. Yes, but not now. They are doing what nature tells them to do. They have 3 baby magpies, and they aren't jerks yet. They're cute little birds, and I'm not going to take parents away because then the babies will go away. I am going to have to just be very careful, go out with Cookie all the time until these birds are grown. When they're grown, then somehow, some way, between me and Gordy and Pasha, we're going to tear down every one of those nests. We have 3 or 4 nests in 2 different trees, and we're going to take them out of there so that we don't have a continued presence of magpies. There's your Tuesday video. A Tuesday video I didn't expect to make, but I hope somehow, as usual with all my videos, I hope to help other people. So if this helps you at all, please comment. I'll know to do more. Let's hope Cookie doesn't get sick again. And for those who stayed late, I want to thank you for helping me get through something that was so difficult. And I think I kept a smile through it all. It wasn't easy. There were a lot of tears. So I thank all of you. You're special. Peace.